Hello everyone, this is Nillufary. Today is Tuesday, January 29, 2019. I am at the Ministry of Migration Policies. We'll be trying to see the minister or get an appointment to see the minister in order to discuss the issue of my long imprisonment in Greece and the solutions I propose to this ministry. In fact, I have been addressing this issue since my illegal deportation from Sweden back to this country in September 2015. In many ways, by writing, by going to their offices, by calling them, tweeting at them, but there had been no reply, no responses at all. And whenever I was going to their offices, whenever I go to their office, they just call the police. The same practice as the UN Refugee Agency. So on Thursday, January 24th, 2019, I wrote another email addressed to this minister and this ministry asking for an appointment to discuss these issues and find a solution to this destructive problem which has left catastrophic impacts on my life. I'm protested the doorsteps of UNHCR, as you know, for 2 years. None of them have ever paid the least attention to the situation, and it's like I don't even exist. It's like I'm not even there. 2 years on protest. So today I will be trying to get inside. They won't let me go inside the last time I tried, so or get an appointment for the next time. So we will see. If not, I will be just reading my email and I will be publishing it on Twitter, on Facebook and YouTube. So let's go ahead inside, see what is going to happen. This ministry. The last time one of their they had securities. So if you see these stairs, the security was pushed me right from up to down. You know, there was a chance that I could get hurt, so he had no respect or no nothing for refugees. This is the building. They are, I think, at this side. The last time they were, knocking me on the windows. I was seeing if I can reach the minister. Minister of Migration Policies. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
I'm going to the office of Minister Dimitris Vitsas.
You have arranged with the minister.
No, I have written them many times. They are
Give me just 1 minute, okay?
okay. Your colleagues must know. I know him. Okay. Minister Dimitris Vitsas. Can you please also tell them that I also wrote them an email on January 24th?
Okay. Okay, they're gonna call us up to in 2 minutes.
They are going to call. They are going to call you.
Yes, yes.
Can you please call your colleagues? I want to ask him a question. The other officer.
Okay, if you don't stop,
I will stop, but
the mobile.
I need to ask a question from your.
The mobile. Answer.
No, I need him to answer on the phone.
Okay, but you will get the phone. Just wait here. They are going to call us. Okay.
From upstairs.
What?
From upstairs, they are going to call you. Okay. Mr. Police Officer.
That's mobile. You need to answer what you want. Okay, someone's going to come, okay?
Someone coming from the minister's office? Okay, thank you. Are they coming now? Are they coming now? Hello, mister? Hello?
Yeah.
I spoke with you last time. I don't close it. Hello? 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 I asked for an appointment with the minister. Hey! Mister! The last time I asked for an appointment with the minister, I need to speak with the minister right now. I have an urgent matter. You remember me, right? The last time I gave you a note and you said you are going to give it upstairs and they are going to... Okay, and you said they are going to call me and arrange an appointment with me so I can come and go and see the minister without any problem. No. So... what are you doing? Are you going to speak with them? Okay, I have a letter I wrote them a few days ago. I will be reading it outside, so until they have to respond to this problem. I can't just come here and you call the police, I go to the police station every time. Okay, so what can I do? Let me go upstairs and see the minister. When did they give you the order? You have no orders. You don't have orders. So can you please call them and ask them what is going on? When? Okay, but he left. He didn't stop. I was going to close it if he was going to stay and speak. I'm not going to say whatever I want. I was going to close the phone if he was going to say something. And this person you speak about, the last time it was him who told me I should come back next week, the last time if you remember, and this was the same person who arranged, he told me he's going to arrange an appointment with the minister, and when when I came back here again, I didn't see them to come outside and speak to them. I wasn't allowed to go upstairs and see the minister, and they just called the police. Why are they hiding this? Why they are afraid of recording? I have a problem, I have an issue, and I need a response from this ministry. I'm not asking you. He is speaking. He is telling me he came outside and I didn't stop recording, so he went upstairs. He is justifying the. Well, I need to speak with the minister, not with this person. I don't know this. I don't even know his name. What is his name? He even doesn't introduce himself. He's very rude person. So can you please call them and ask them what is going on? Are they going to arrange an appointment for me with the Minister of Migration Policy, Dimitris Vitsas, or not? Okay, I will be out. I will be outside and reading my letter. They already have this. I sent this letter on, if you see it here, January 24th. It's here, this corner. They have this letter. I will give it to you later. I need to read it on the camera, then I will give it to you. Because I need to publish it. Okay. So, yes. And can you please make a phone call and ask them what is going on? Thank you so much. So here is, I'm going to read this recent letter that I addressed to the Minister and Minister of Migration Policies. Dear the Minister and the Ministry of Migration Policies and the Greek Asylum Office, I am writing you this in addition to many other emails, phone calls and public appeals I addressed to your offices, to the Hellenic Parliament and to the Prime Minister's office over the past 4 years concerning the issue of my long imprisonment in Greece and my repeated appeals for a civil and humane response for my rightful needs for my resettlement in another country or obtaining a safe passage to a country of asylum. Okay? Please bear in mind that I have continually addressed this issue in many ways, exactly since my illegal deportation from Sweden back to Greece in September 2015. I'm a 33 years old civil engineer, a stateless person in exile for all 14 years and a recognized refugee held hostage and being exploited in Greece for over 4 years. The illegal treatment of my case, which consists of deliberate negligence and systematic denial in providing a civil and humane response to my rightful needs, suppressing my repeated appeals in most inhumane ways, systematic degradation, humiliation and torture, has basically put me in a very vulnerable and intolerable position. The Greek state and the UN authorities, instead of responding to this erosive issue and by trying to criminalize my case and even targeting my personal character in many sophisticated and calculated ways, have evaded their responsibilities for these many years. It is clear that as a recognized refugee, my resettlement in another country or acquiring a safe passage to a country of asylum would require the state's collaboration with the Office of the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, and also perhaps the country of resettlement as well. However, it appears that instead of recognizing the issue or tending to solve it, the Greek state, together with the Office of the UN Refugee Agency, and by introducing a 10-meter restraining order that practically bars me from seeking help for my life and denying me entry to the UNHCR building, not just want to deny my rights, but also cover up their vicious act of murder. I am, of course, on the doorsteps of the UN Refugee Agency in Athens, Greece, located at Michalakopoulou 91, protesting this illegal treatment of my case since March 21st, 2017. Aside from the fact that I was initially on hunger strike there for up to 64 days, but also the conditions forced on me are truly bitter, unbearable, illegal, inhumane and unethical. There is no water, no electricity, no sanitary services, no decent food, and I even regularly face difficulties using the toilet at the Alexandria Hospital, which is located in about half a kilometer away from the UNHCR's office. Because of the about 10-meter restraining order we set in place immediately after the break of my hunger strike on March 21st, 2017, I have been removed from the place almost on every attempt I had tried to reach the organization, and so far I have even had up to 17 trials in the court, one of which is still a pending trial ahead. Aside from the fact that I was even deprived of having a lawyer almost during all these trials, but what is more shocking is that I was also always found guilty, sometimes based on false testimonies of guards of the building and sometimes without having anyone to testify anything against me. This is in addition to the fact that both the police and the court are also systematically ignoring the continuous physical assaults on me at the doorsteps of the UNHCR office, which happened to me so far on many occasions. Clearly, even before this restraining order and up to now, I have been facing and still continue to face extreme difficulties, not only for reaching the organization but also the Greek authorities as well. And that is why, aside from those many trials in the court, I have also arbitrarily being held in detention in different police stations for up to 100 times. I have been harassed and assaulted not just by the police but also the guards of the UNHCR building, by the people hosted in the UNHCR building, and even employees of the organization, as well as the guards of your own ministry. They have even destroyed my shelters there on 3 occasions and even stole my personal property. All of these incidents not just being ignored by the police but also by the Greek court as well. That is why I truly feel terrorized and threatened by these people, and I fear for my life, my safety and well-being. I had even been deprived of having a shelter for many months while continuing my protest at the doorsteps of the UN Refugee Agency UNHCR, which in a sense highlights the utmost hostility of this society with refugees. This is extremely gross and acutely outrageous. However, all the people should have their rights respected, but in this country, and as a result of all these unfit and illegal practices, rather than finding justice and according to the about 10-meter restraining order and without any further explanations, practically I have been forbidden from entering the UNHCR building where it lies the solution to this destructive problem, and therefore any attempt in doing so will only result in further punishments such as ending up in detention, jail, prison, camps, police harassments, and even physical assaults. I have already suffered all these extra punishments for approaching the UNHCR building and trying to seek help for my life. Why even seeking help for my life is a crime in this country. The matter of the fact is that in order for me to register with the organization and for my case to be forwarded for resettlement in another country, entering the UNHCR building and reaching the organization is an absolute necessity, and this of course should be without facing any obstacle or fabricated difficulties, because contrary to what the court is demanding, I cannot register with the organization over the phone, nor I can fill out an online application to submit it to the organization without entering their facility. And that is because as part of the application process, the applicant registration would require taking photos and biometric data, which wouldn't be possible without entering the building and reaching the organization. Yes?
They take us for upstairs, but if you close your mobile, they will be happy. Come down, talk to me.
Okay, I need to finish my letter and I will be happy to meet them. But
this?
Sorry?
You accept this?
Sorry?
Are you going to accept this?
I'm going to finish reading.
After you finish,
Yeah.
Are you going to accept this? Close your mobile and come someone talk with you?
I need to meet the minister, okay? Are they going to arrange an appointment for me with the minister or not? I am asking for an appointment with the minister.
Okay,
that's what I am asking.
The prime minister is not here.
Not the prime minister, minister of migration policies.
Yeah, he's not here. He's not here.
Dimitri is with us.
Yes, he's not here.
Okay, I'm asking for an appointment with him.
From minister. Mr. Dimitri is with us, but he's not here.
Okay, I'm asking for an appointment with the minister.
Yes, and they said if you go and close your mobile, they will be happy to talk with you.
Okay.
Is it okay for you?
Okay, I will close my phone and I am asking for an appointment with the minister. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So it is also possible, continuing my letter, it is also possible that the 10-meter restraining order could also be a reason as to why organization is not responding to my emails nor answering my phone calls and won't even speak to me whenever I try to catch them outside their building while passing in front of my shelter, which is located in front of their office. This is another reason as to why this unethical, utterly inhumane and immoral order has to be lifted urgently and thereby open the way for my immediate departure from Greece and let me find asylum in a country that can offer me real protection not torturing me to death while you shamelessly pretending to be protecting me. Because contrary to what Greece and the Office of the UN Refugee Agency might presume, the truth is I have absolutely no protection in this country. No effective protection and no durable and sustainable solution can ever be found here, and nobody has the right to force me to stay in a country where no protection of any kind is available to me. This country, hand in hand with the Office of the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, is raping my life for all 4 years. This has to stop urgently. Having an expired refugee status from a country that has continuously failed to offer one with real protection will not and should never eliminate one's rightful needs for his resettlement in another country. In fact, one only becomes eligible for resettlement when he is already in possession of the legal refugee status, whether this has been granted to him by the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, or a member state signatory to the 1951 Geneva Convention. These are aside from the facts that I did not seek refuge to pay and suffer, that Greece obviously does not own me, and I do not want to have anything to do with Greece or with the Greek state in general, especially after these many years of enduring pain and suffering in this country. I did not agree or sign on any paper that enslaves me in this country, because more or less this is nothing but a clear example of slavery. Am I not in charge of my own life? Is this why you believe refugees do not count at all? What protection? Not only I am deprived of everything here, but I have also been completely drained in this country, physically, emotionally, economically, and in every other way one can ever imagine. Greece's fake protection has even deprived me of seeking other countries' protection. That is why it is really crucial that Greece release me from its fake protection and let me go. Simply apologize, compensate me, and let me go. That is how you do it. I have a life to attend to, and I cannot remain hostage and suffer in this country for as long as you desire. Due to the Dublin regulations, I will no longer be able to find protection in other EU countries, and also due to timing and geographical restrictions, I had also been excluded from benefiting from EU's already failed relocation program. You must also be aware that I did not ever ask for Greece's fake protection in the first place, but a safe and legal way of entry to other EU countries without having to pay and rely on people smugglers. Years later, in my case, it turned out that I was given false and incomplete information in Greece, and therefore I was basically misled. A shameful misdirection that has extended my suffering into many more years and has caused untold harm and damage to my life, because it turned out that Sweden sent me back to Greece exactly because I respected the regulations and I registered in Greece for my case to be processed there first, and I did not pay people smugglers to reach their country in the first place. They sent me back to Greece even at a time when Greece was not abiding by the Dublin regulations, and at a time even when all the borders were temporarily open and people could freely leave Greece and reach other EU countries without having to face any obstacles to reach the country of asylum. Is this what you call leadership and compassion in Europe? Leadership does not consist of, nor is defined by having the ability to inflict pain and suffering on people. Dear the Minister and Ministry of Migration Policies, I have reached out to you again via this email and requesting an urgent appointment with you in order to discuss the issues surrounding this erosive and catastrophic problem. I am requesting Greece's immediate and unconditional collaboration with the Office of the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, on the proposed solutions below to help put an end to my long imprisonment in this country, as well as this endless torment urgently. Those propositions are: first, stop hindering and damaging my life any further, and in collaboration with the Office of the UN Refugee Agency, provide immediate and unconditional help and support for my resettlement in another country. I would also require the Greek state to help get the Greek court to lift its unjust, utterly inhumane and immoral restraining order, or at least to issue a clarification on this restraining order that clarifies that their order is not, in fact, the Greek version of the US President's Refugee Ban, and that this order does not bar me from entering the UNHCR building and therefore from reaching out to the organization and seeking help for my life. This would and should allow me to pass the guards of the building and reach the organization without any restriction or fabricated difficulties. This would also remove the grounds on the basis of which I was always accused of breaching the about 10-meter restraining order and even being put in prison so far on 3 occasions. Since currently I am also undocumented, this lift is absolutely necessary in order for me first to be able to register with the organization, and secondly for my case to be forwarded for resettlement in another country. Please also bear in mind that undocumented persons in foreign countries are also always at the risk of imminent and unexpected deportation. Second, if not, then in collaboration with the UNHCR office in Greece, provide immediate help and support for my safe, official and temporary transition to another country, inside, outside Europe, where I will be able to approach and acquire help and attention from the Office of the UN Refugee Agency there without having to face any sorts of obstacles, fabricated difficulties, or intentional delays in the process of my resettlement application. Third, if not, then in accordance with the EU Directive 2001/51/EC, I am urging the Greek state to kindly consider providing or selling me a safe passage so that I, as a genuine refugee who remains in dire and urgent need of protection, could safely leave Greece and reach a country of asylum like Canada, USA, Australia, without having to rely on people smugglers or having to take dangerous and deadly risks. Lastly, if the Greek state is not willing to collaborate on any of the proposed solutions above, then I would require the Greek state and the Greek court to recognize and announce this issue to be a political matter, and therefore to be treated as a political case and not a criminal one. Having all that in mind, and at the events of court's hostile decisions on my pending trials ahead, I'm urging the Greek authorities to avoid mixing me with the criminals and also to oblige themselves to treat me with utmost respect as their foreign political prisoner in their country. I'm anxiously looking forward to an immediate response and immediate end to this extraordinary situation imposed on me in this country for this many years. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I will look forward to your reply. Yours respectfully, Anwar Nillufary. This letter was sent to you on Thursday, January 24, 2019, and I have a registered case with the Asylum Office 12826, the year 2014. So in the middle of reading my letter, the 2 security guards came outside and said somebody from the minister's office may want to speak to me under condition of not recording him on the camera. So I will recording him on the, even if not camera, just voice record. So let's see what they have to say to me, and that's it for this. So are they coming?
Okay.
Are you from the office of minister?
Τι ακριβώς θέλει, για πες το. Εδώ,
Explain to me to talk.
ραντεβού με τον Υπουργό δεν μπορεί να κλείσει ο ίδιος. Αλλά στην Ελληνική υπάρχουν υπηρεσίες που μπορούν να συγκριτήσουν.
I need your details. Your name, your email address, your phone number first.
Close the phone, please.
It's closed.
Close the phone.
It is closed.
Δεν μπορούμε να κλείσουμε με τον Υπουργό.
I need a card from you, please. How do I know you are from the minister? Business card, your email address, phone number, your name.
Εάν θέλει να μιλήσει μαζί μου πως είναι καλός, αλλιώς δεν μιλάμε, δεν συνεχίζουμε. Ήρθε στο χώρο μας, εάν θέλει, αν δεν θέλει, να πάει αλλού. Δεν θα μας κάνει και έλεγχο να του δώσει τα χαρτιά μας. Αυτό πες του. Όπως σου το λέω ακριβώς.
If you want to talk, say, you must talk like this.
Like what?
Not with the papers, not nothing.
I need to know who are you. I need to know what is your position in this office. How do I know you are working at the minister's office?
You ask someone from the office of the minister.
Yes.
Mister, it's from
Mr. doesn't have a name?
Γεωργής.
George is what?
Αντώνης. Γεωργής Αντώνης.
Okay, Mr. George is Adonis. Do you have an email address?
No, it doesn't.
I need your email address and a phone number. And
Are you serious now?
yes, phone number, email
Are you
address.
serious now?
Εντάξει,
Yes, I need contact details.
What about?
About from him.
What about?
άκουσα με λίγο.
Email address, phone number from this person who is from the minister's office. And his name. What happened? What happened? Hello?
You can have an appointment with the minister right now.
They can set and arrange an appointment for another time. If,
Or you tell me the day and the hour who can come here to us to see the minister, or you wait to come down someone from the office of the minister.
now, waiting again?
I think
What happened now? I don't know. I didn't understand anything.
θα του κλείσουμε εμείς ένα ραντεβού.
What?
I need exactly all your name, surname,
I gave them last time. He knows. And they are all here.
we need again. Okay.
I gave you. I also give you this letter.
Somebody says he's going to call you. Okay.
Now what happened? Tell me this person what happened. He left just like this?
Yes.
Why?
No. Don't know exactly.
What kind of this conversation was that? I was asking for his email, his name, his email.
As clear as you can, okay?
Sorry?
As clear as you can,
Yeah.
okay? Anwar, okay? Can I ask you
What else do you want?
why exactly you want the minister?
I want the minister to speak about this email. This email that I give you
Mail.
this email too.
This is the department.
The subject,
Name, surname. Name?
subject of the
Surname? No.
Subject.
the subject of the mail.
Okay. Okay, here this notes and here this letter.
Notes on the letter.
Yes, they have already this letter, but because I said I'm going to send this letter again, so you have to give it together. So now I have to wait or I have to go.
Okay, just a minute. I will give you the phone number to call.
I can't call.
Just my name, my number.
I can't call. I have no credit. I will be coming again. I wrote them many times. Okay?
This is your number?
Yes.
I call you tomorrow.
Okay, I will expect a phone call from you then.
Me. I call
Your
you.
name?
Christos.
Okay.
I call you tomorrow.
Okay, can you write?
Okay.
Christos. We have to leave now, actually.
And I go upstairs. Christos, you're you. Tomorrow I call you. Okay. I call you this phone.
Ναι, οκ. Okay.
Okay, what? Okay. So I have to go now?
Yes.
Nothing is clear. Okay, I will be waiting for a call from the minister or from you. Sorry? I gave them the letter and my notes, but this is the last time I did the same. The last time they said the same thing. I will be coming again very soon. So this is what is happening here in this country. I will be waiting for a phone call from them if they are not lying. They always do. Because they are doing this for how long now? Just imagine. September 2015. It's a long time. Well, I have to say it's just a matter of time to find out what is what and who is who in this country, because it appears that politicians playing the police is playing the politicians, and all of them are playing refugees, and no one knows who is on whose side, and all of these are at the expense of someone like me. My life is on hold for this many years. They are raping my life for this many years. They are exploiting me for this many years. I'm on protest in front of UNHCR for 2 years. 2 years, this is not a joke. So I have to go now. Bye, and see you later.